I don't know why I suck so bad at filming lately. Now that I finally got this beautiful setup, I got my room ready. Why am I not filming? I don't know. I don't intend on quitting this anytime soon. I'm just gonna have a few hiccups along the way, I guess. So, it's December now, but just like last year, I made a list of goals that I wanted to achieve during the fall. I made videos about my list last year, so this is the video about this year. It's just a review of my list and kind of talking through what I was able to do this fall. As with most people, fall is a lively time with lots of fun activities going on, and the seasons are changing and people are feeling spooky and all that. So I was definitely in the fall spirit. Of course, fall didn't go completely as planned, but I'm pretty proud with everything I was able to achieve. So let's just get right into the list and talk about what happened this fall. Item number 1, play with makeup. Yes, I definitely did that. Thinking back, I think the only makeup experimentation I did was actually for the Living Dead Dolls costume contest. I did 9 entries. So that's pretty much the only playing I did. I did shave off my eyebrows, by the way, which was a goal. It should have been on this list. I shaved off my eyebrows entirely, so I was able to play with some different kinds of eyebrows. Item number 2, listen to Typo Negative and Chelsea Wolfe. Those are 2 artists that really get me feeling like the fall vibes. So I'm always listening to Typo Negative, but I did make sure to set aside intentional times to listen to both of those artists. But they really align well with fall for me. Item number 3 was pumpkin patch and or hayride and or corn maze. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I found a place that had all 3. It was really fun. I went with my close group of friends, fondly referred to as Franken Group, and we went to a somewhat local family farm. It's a fully functioning farm, and it had a corn maze, it had a pumpkin patch, it had hayrides, it had music, it had food, it had, things for the kids or whatever, pony rides, petting zoo, and yeah, it was a really great time. It was super hot, but because it was in early October and it's really just now getting cold. Yes, we went. It was a success. Everyone felt like they could check a fall experience off of their list. Carved jack-o'-lanterns. This is something I don't think I've done since college, but this year I was like, I'm going to do it. I may not do it every year, but I'm going to do it this year. So my friend Bree came over and she painted her pumpkin while I carved my pumpkin, and we watched I Know What You Did Last Summer. We watched something else. Oh, we watched The Craft. And I went for a classic pumpkin. It was cool. It was fun. Anyway, moving on. Read Lovecraft. I did, but not as much as I wanted to. Actually, this is pretty pathetic. I just read a very, very short story called Polaris. I suck. Next, I had on my list go to cemeteries. I didn't go to a lot of cemeteries, but I went to one cemetery. It's a historical cemetery, and they actually had a history festival, so I went with my friend and my husband. It was a fun time. I always love going to that cemetery. I really love going to any cemeteries, and it's not just because I want to be like a cliche spooky girl or anything. It's just because I actually like to look at the monuments. I like to think about life and death and history and what it is to be a person, and wondering what those people were like, what their lives were like, all that stuff. I get existential, I'm not just like, look at me, I'm in a cemetery, take my picture. Next, watch scary movies and Goosebumps. I think I watched some Goosebumps in September, but in the realm of scary movies, Zach and I did really well. We actually watched all 8 Freddy Krueger movies, ending with Freddy vs. Jason. And that was fantastic. I love Freddy. I can't believe I waited so long to watch these movies. And I watched a few others, just some Netflix, disposable-ish kind of Netflix. I did watch The Ritual on Netflix. That was really good. I watched this movie called Malevolent. That was not good. I watched a lot. I did pretty good because I got sick. So I watched a lot of scary movies. And also, this week, I went to a screening of Suspiria, wherein Goblin, the band that played the score, Goblin played along with the film live. Oh, and I went to another screening of a film I haven't seen before, and that film is Troll 2. You may know it as the best worst movie ever. And when I went to the screening, one of the stars of the film was there because he lives in my state. So he came and attended the screening and then did a little Q&A afterwards, and I'm a fan. I thought it was great. Next was do a photo shoot. And I did, because I had to take photos of all my Living Dead Doll contest entries. That's not exactly what I had in mind. I don't know. I get really inspired by some of the people I follow on Instagram, and I just kind of wanted to do sort of like something dark, but something like nature-based, and just wanted to experiment and play around and do something similar. I don't know, but that didn't happen. But that's okay, because technically I did do a photo shoot. Okay, next. Go somewhere that makes you scared. That came true, but it wasn't exactly what I meant when I wrote that down. I kind of meant like maybe go to an abandoned building or something, but that didn't happen. However, I did go somewhere that made me scared. Let's just say it was a very important football game at a very large and dangerous big city, okay? It was a bit gridlocked with traffic, and I was trying to get somewhere, and I was trying to travel through this gridlock, and it was one of the most challenging and scary journeys I have tried to make. So yes, I was very scared. During this journey, there were people everywhere. Nobody's really following the rules. Like, it's just every person for themselves, and you could just smell, I don't want to sound like a total square, you could just smell the drugs, like they were just seeping into your car, and I was just like, what? How am I gonna get out of here? And everything seemed so dark, and there were like cops everywhere, but they wouldn't help me. My husband actually had to come find me and rescue me, but I guess that's as deep into it as I'll get. But I did go somewhere that made me scared. Go to festivals and events. That's easy. I mean, that always happens. When there's one, I'll be there. I'm a bit of a festival fiend. Oh yes, Zach and I went to our bluegrass festival that we like to go to every year. And something about this year, it just felt different. It didn't feel as fun. And it's probably because it was so hot. It was so hot that I almost cried. But we made the best of it. We try to get the experience. You know, it's not always perfect, but we're still glad we went. We did the pumpkin patch, as I mentioned. We went to goth night, my fourth goth night, and it was the Halloween themed one, so it was fantastic. We went to the Cemetery History Festival. My husband's band had their release party, and it was like a Halloween / release party, and that was really fun. Next was go Halloween window shopping. You know what? I'm probably gonna make a video about this later, but I'm kind of adopting a bit of a more minimalist mindset. I want to be a lot more particular about the items I choose to bring into my home, and not just because they're on sale. I did go on some Halloween window shopping. I think only at Target though, but I didn't buy anything, and that's okay. I think that's great. The next item was hike and or spend time in nature. I spend time in nature every day, so that I didn't really need to put that on the list, but I think it is important to observe the changes in nature, just kind of feel the energy that changes when fall hits, and just looking around, feeling the cooling of the temperatures and the humidity lifting and all of that, and just kind of giving nature some acknowledgement. I do that every day. Like I said, I didn't get to go on a hike. There was one that my husband put on, but I couldn't wake up at 4 a.m. And the final item was to cook some sort of a fall goodie. find some sort of a good fall recipe and try it out. This year I decided to make cinnamon apples in the crock pot, and yes, they were so good. I was the only person that ate them, so yes, I did that too. I did everything on my list. I'd say fall was a success. It wasn't the easiest fall of my life, but it's important to, remember to have fun, remember to smile, and enjoy yourself. Like, even if some bad stuff's happening in life, you have to keep doing what you want. You have to keep enjoying yourself and trying to find the fun in every day. There we go, fall is complete. Maybe I should make a list of goals for every season. I don't know, but I guess it's technically still fall. So I did go to another festival this past weekend. We went to a gem and mineral show where I got 3 new rocks. Maybe I'll make a video about the rocks. We'll see. Hey, tell me what you do in the fall, or what you like to do in the fall, or what else has been going on. And this is it. Goodbye. End of the video.